Recently, there's been a bit of discussions about sending up particles in the atmosphere to block the sunlight. How do you look on that solution?
I would have a little bit more harsh words for it, except that my close friend and one of the most brilliant climate atmospheric scientist, Paul Crutzen, proposed it some time ago. I think it's Paul proposed it in a moment of desperation. He felt in the by 2000, he's able to see much farther than any of us. He said, Ram, we are not going to solve this problem. Or the world just doesn't know. I'll tell you, I am against that because from scientific reasons. If you look at where our water comes from, okay, as we already know, water comes from the ocean, right? So where is the energy to take that water from the ocean and put it into the air? Sunlight. So the net radiative heating at the surface, incoming sunlight, outgoing heat, that difference, 85% of it goes to evaporate moisture. So if you put particles and cut sunlight, you're going to cut the evaporation, you're going to cut the rainfall. And there is a spectacular natural experiment, which is volcanoes. That's what volcanoes do. They put sulfur into the air. By the way, one of the world's expert on all this sulfur chemistry is from your university, my good friend Henning Rode. He's done amazing work on this whole thing. So let's say, let me run a scenario for you. Let's say Scandinavian countries and Northern Europe decide our Greenland glacier is melting rapidly. We need to put these mirror particles in the stratosphere. It could help cool, but then it could dry out the tropics. Imagine the type of the war the planet would get into. There are 4 billion people who would lose water. So the whole geo and sulfur issue cannot be considered in isolation. See, that's why I put in my first slide. My second point was everything is interconnected. And we just try to take in this interconnected system one component and say, I'm going to cut the temperature by putting particles. And it dries out Africa and India and parts of South America like Amazon. We'll all suffer. There'll be mass migration. We will lose tropical forests. We will lose the biodiversity. We'll all pay the price. So it's just like open animal market in China. I'm locked up in my living room last 9 months. I'm 76 years old. I got some health problems. I'm not able to go out. But to me, it's a fantastic experience. It shows how interconnected we are. And when we think of solutions to the climate change or biodiversity, this is something we living in the West cannot ignore. We have to find out, what does it mean to somebody living in sub-Saharan Africa? What does it mean to someone living in Bangladesh? If we don't think about this, if we hurt them, there is going to be mass migration. Billions want to move out.